Good morning. Thank you, Bob. I'd like to welcome everybody here as well and start with some introductory comments about our center. If they can cue my slides up. While we're doing it, as long as we're telling Jefferson stories, there's been a lot of talk about a couple of books about John F. Kennedy this week, and there was comments that he made when he was hosting a group of Nobel laureates for dinner. He said this is probably the finest collection of minds to ever eat the White House, with the possible exception of when Thomas Jefferson dined alone. So again, welcome. This is our third annual meeting. This year we're going to focus on physical activity, health, and well-being in children and adolescents. Just as a bit of background, Youth-Nex is a pan-university center. Its mission is to promote healthy and effective youth development and to enhance potential of youth as healthy and productive citizens, to promote developmental engagement and reduce risk, and we engage in research, teaching, training, and working with practitioners through service orientation. Patrick Tolan, Pat, if you would stand, is the director of the center, and we'll be around if you have questions about the center itself. We have a number of different program areas. I direct the program area related to physical activity, health, and well-being, but we also have programs in civic engagement, educational achievement, reducing risk, healthy relationships, and social responsibility. And if you've been to the meetings in the past, you know we've talked about all of these things. I want to keep my remarks brief. Today we're going to focus on physical activity, health, and well-being in children and adolescents. We're going to talk about not only exercise, but nutrition and mindfulness and reducing risk of injury, all the things that are engaged in using activity and healthy eating to promote positive youth development. We are really fortunate that we've been able to attract some of the leading scholars and practitioners in the world to come speak at this meeting. I was joking last night at a reception that if this was a national convention, people would pay a lot of money to come listen to these people speak, so we're very fortunate that we're able to hear them for free. And based on them doing us favors to come here, we very much appreciate their time here in Charlottesville. I wish the weather was a little bit nicer for those of you that aren't from Charlottesville. To give you an idea of what the plans are for today, we'll have a keynote and 2 panels and then a luncheon speaker. In the afternoon, our plan is still, the speakers on the panels have agreed to sort of lead a meet the speakers kind of session. And rather than doing it in breakout rooms, we were planning on walking around grounds and then finishing at the rotunda, where we have tour guides ready for anybody that wants to take a tour of the lawn. So we'll see what the weather's like. The backup plan is we'll break out into classrooms, but we can still go over to the rotunda for the tour of the lawn for those of you that are interested. So let me introduce representative from our major grant donor, Altria Client Services. Megan Weatherspoon is going to make some remarks on behalf of Altria.